What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the pod. This is the Fantasy Foot KE. This is the Fantasy Football KE. Kama kawaida, I am your guy, Papa Deno, Papa D, Papa Disaster. You can call me anything that you want, man. The incredible Guna Bana, eh? And as you all know, we've been waiting for the return of the Premier League. Tumekuwa tukingojea ligi irudi for quite a while, manze. It's been so long, manze. It's been a while, eh? Those 2 weeks, manze, zina feel like they feel like forever. Yeah. So, how have you been, my people? Manze? Mmekuwaje? How's been your weekend? How's been your how's been the last couple of few days? I know it has been a long couple of 2 weeks, but finally we are back. But anyway, it's not like tumekuwa tumewalenga hivyo, eh? We've been active on the channel, tumekuwa tukiwapea some tidbits pale, tumekuwa tukiwapea some good insights, tumekuwa tukiwapea even and keeping you up abreast with the WSL, the Women's Champions League. Basically with the international break, a lot of women's football has been happening, and you all know kama kawaida papadia hapa hivi. I always tell you, we give you everything, yeah? We don't bargain. We don't discriminate. So basically, hope good to have you guys back, manze, and good to have the Premier League back. So before we get on into the itinerary for this week, before I give you all the lowdown and everything that is going to happen down this weekend, I just want to show you a little bit, to give you a couple of insights. I want to bring you up to speed with how the last game week was. I know some of you mlikimbizwa mbaya sana pale hivyo FPL. Things were not going as you expected. Unajua, checking on in the last weekend by the performances hazikukuwa fiti hivyo manze. People were watu walitolewa, walipelekwa mbio mbio. As I can see pale hivyo, the average points za game week 7. Average points zilikuwa 46. A couple of people pale hivyo, wangapi wako below average, wangapi wako below average, and be honest to yourself. Msidanganye wanze, msidanganye. So without much further ado, wacha niwape a quick recap of the game week 7 summary. As I was telling you about, average points zilikuwa 46. Pale hivyo, highest game week points zilikuwa 130. The most selected player, I mean Erling Haaland. Most captained, Erling Haaland. That was quite expected, especially given that Manchester City were playing against Fulham. So most people, they were kind of banking on Erling Haaland. So he was the most captain player, the most transferred, the most selected player. Yeah. Then vice captain alikuwa Mo Salah, and of course facing up against Crystal Palace away from home. Most people were kind of expecting Mo Salah to come out, guns blazing. Yeah. So let's talk about game week 7. Pale hivyo, let me give you a little recap. Team of the week. In the team of the week, we had Jordan Pickford in goal. Yeah, after that, penalty save from Gordon. I mean, he was bound to be there. He was bound to make the team of the week, coming up with 15 points. Then we had James Justin there, coming up with 10 points. Alafu tulikuwa na Nathan Collins, the Brentford defender. I remember he scored the opener. The opener in that game against Wolves. Yeah, it was a very, very dramatic game. We'll come back to it. Hiyo lazima tutaiongea, lazima tutaitaja. Yeah, so Nathan Collins there, coming up with 10 points, yeah, a goal and an assist, and despite conceding 3 goals, he was able to get in some decent things. Then we had Johnny Evans there, pulling up with all the bonus points in Manchester United's 0-0 draw against Aston Villa. Alafu tulikuwa na, last but not the least, H Nouri. Actually, I had H Nouri on my draft team. Yay to me! Yeah, so we had H Nouri there. We had H Nouri pulling up also with 9 points, a goal and an assist for him, despite conceding 5 goals. Yeah, he had 9 points. Then we had Saka. Saka had 16 points, courtesy of those 2 assists and a goal. Bukayo Saka there, one of the outside chances of the captains. He was, I think, the third most selected captain choice for the week, and he pulled up with 16 points. 2 assists, all the 3 bonus points, and 1 goal. And then we also had Kovacic, or if you like to call him Kovacic. Kovacic scored a brace and he collected all the bonus points in Manchester City's 3-2 win over Fulham. Yeah. And then we had Bowen, another player whom I had on my draft team. Bowen had a goal, had an assist, and he had 2 bonus points. Yeah. So those are some of just the players. And in that formation for the team of the week, it was basically a 4-5-1. Yeah. So apart from Bowen, there was also Buonanotte and Jorginho. Jorginho from Brentford. Buonanotte scored 1 goal, and he collected all the 3 bonus points in their 1-0 win over Bournemouth. Yeah, so that is something quite impressive. He's a bonus point magnet, so huyu ni mtu mwenye mnafaa kuwa mkorada na yeye, my fellow managers. We are always looking for these players who are those bonus points magnets. Watu wenye wanakupea them bonus points. It's always good. You see, despite him just scoring 1 goal, which happened to be the only goal of the game, he was able to get in that bonus point. Yeah, and that is very, very good, especially if you are a manager who owned Buonanotte. Yeah, remember he's out on loan at Leicester City from Brighton. Facundo Buonanotte, the young Argentine. Then we had Jorginho Ruta. I think he's a striker. He was at Leeds last season. He scored and assisted and collected 1 bonus points in Brighton's 3-2 win over Spurs. Yeah. So playing in 73 minutes, he got all the 2 points there. He scored, got on the 5 points because he's listed as a midfielder. Then the assist 3 points, and then the 1 bonus points. Yeah. So that was the midfield in the team of the week. And then playing as a lone striker was Antonio, man's like Antonio Mikhail, the forgotten man. West Ham's forgotten man. In 69 minutes, he scored 1 goal and assisted 3 as West Ham beat Ipswich Town 4-1. Wow. Yeah? With less than 70 minutes under his belt, he was the player of the week for that weekend, for game week 7. 3 assists gets him 9 points, as well as the goal, which gets him another 4 points to put him at 13. And then the 3 bonus points, of course. I mean, with such a performance, the bonus points were guaranteed, giving him 16 points. And then 69 minutes played, that is 2 points, for the game week. He comes out with a clean 18 points. So congratulations to Michael Antonio there. A very, very incredible performance from him. As West Ham thrashed Ipswich Town 4-1. Mambo ni kumuoto. Yeah. So, what is in store for this week? What is in store for this week? But anyway, before we go to this week, let me tell you how I performed. Let me tell you how Papa D pale hivyo aliperform. Pale hivyo, as we all know, this season inaingia na farasi wawili. Last season niliona ni kumoto siezani na moja peke yake, so I had to do my thing, and it is also a shout out to my managerial prowess. Kama naweza manage team mbili, I mean, sinipewe hiyo kazi ya Manchester basi. Sinipewe hiyo kazi ya Ten Hag. I mean, I can manage 2 teams. They are both doing well. Why can't Ten Hag manage Manchester United and it is only one team? Anyways, nasikia naona nyiwe hapo hivyo watu wa Manchester pale hivyo on the comment section. By the way, guys, remember you can hit us up on the social media. Check out our Twitter, check out our Instagram, and do tell us, do reach us out with your opinions. Tuambie manze, mnaonaje bana? Hii season inawapelekaje? Kiasi mnakaa kama Ten Hag ama mko ile design ya Ancelotti pale hivyo, na kina Arteta na Guardiola. Are you doing good on your leagues? Who do you think is going to walk away with the top prize on the fantasy footy, head-to-head league and the classic leagues? Who do you think? Do you have the minerals? Do you have the guts for it? Uko na uwezo kweli ama ni baadaye? Ni serikali saidia. So, anyways, let me give you a brief check-up pale hivyo on the fantasy footy league. Let me tell you how things were looking at. But before I do that, let me give you a little bit of my team. So, Darwin Theory pale hivyo, managed by yours truly, Papa D. Yeah. So I had 67 points. I don't play below average. I don't do that. I mean, I don't do that. You see who I'm representing? We don't do below average. So Papa Deno there, Papa D's team down in theory. Pale hivo game week 7 pulled up with 67 points. In goal I had Sanchez, Chelsea's Sanchez. That was that was quite something. Let me first finish telling you about how things were. Yeah. So I had Sanchez in goal, akanipea 4 points. Then I had Manchester United's Mazrui pale hivo, he played 45 minutes only. And then so I pulled up with 1 point. Despite Manchester United keeping the clean sheet, I was not able to enjoy the clean sheet points. Manze bana, ai bana, FPL bana history bana. Mngenipea hata at least half of the clean sheet points, even a two. Hmm? But anyway, that is that. So Mazrui there giving me 5 points. Alafu nilikuwa na Fabian Shah, the Newcastle defender, the Swiss defender, pulling up with 5 points. Alikuwa na clean sheet in their 0-0 draw against Everton. And despite picking up a yellow card, he was still able to finish the game with 5 points. Then I had Daniel Munoz, the Crystal Palace defender. He played only 16 minutes. By the way, nakwambia the last game week Monday, it was not that good for me because a lot of my players they only played very few minutes, so things were not going on well for me in terms of the defense. So Daniel Munoz there pulling up with 1 point. Alafu nilikuwa na Rico Lewis, man's like Rico Lewis. He had an assist in that game. Despite conceding 2 goals, Ali conceded 2 goals for Manchester City in their 3-2 win over Fulham. He had an assist for the Haaland goal. So Haaland there pulling up with 1 goal. And then, sorry, not Haaland. Yeah, it is. Let me just give you the goal scorers in a little bit. The Doku goal, yeah, not Haaland. The Doku goal, yeah. So that was my team in the defense. And then last but not the least, I was playing with a 5-man defense. Pedro Porro there. Unfortunately, I backed the wrong horse. Despite playing 90 minutes, he conceded 3 goals. And that means Manzi alinipea kawan pale. Another binary. Nakwambia ni hiyo game ukiona average points ni 46. We jua si mchezo bana. Things were not good. Things were not looking great. Yeah. So, pale hivyo midfield, I had Mo Salah. Mo Salah gave me 3 points. Yeah, despite playing Crystal Palace, he was not able to generate any contribution in the game. He didn't have an assist, hakukuwa na bao. Ilikuwa tu just one of those days, one of those days, manze, that Mo Salah blanks. I had to pick something there from the ground. Kuna kitu kalikuwa naona kanataka kunimauma pale hivyo chini. Hey, unajua Fred, we've been having, it's the rainy season, so we are having some ants, and sometimes I get ahead of them, lakini saa zingine zinanipiga chenga kiasi. So Mo Salah there in my midfield, pulling me up with a 3. At least alipata clean sheet, although I mean for a 12 million player, 12.5 manze, I don't expect a clean sheet as the point that to be proud about. Anyways, that is that. So nilikuwa na Sancho, aka man's like Jadon Sancho pale. Sancho, he was not able to continue his impressive start to Chelsea. This time out hakutupea assist as we were expecting it. So Jadon Sancho there akanipea binary. He played 89 minutes for Chelsea. Last time out against Nottingham Forest, and he was only able to give me 2 points. Yeah, he didn't have an assist or a goal. Then man's like Starboy, Bukayo Saka, representing for the Gunners. Bukayo Saka there pulling up with 16 points, as I've told you in the team of the week Palevo. Bukayo Saka 16 points, and he was my captain. Great choice from me. Yay! Great captain pick. Bukayo Saka there. Akanipea 32 points, with the 2 assists and 1 goal, and collecting all the 3 bonus points. Yeah. Then pale hivyo attack, at least my attack was happening, it was popping. My attack nilikuwa na I had Liam Delap, the Ipswich Town striker. He scored the sole goal in the 4-1 thrashing by West Ham. Yeah, so Liam Delap pale giving me that 6 points, and it is decent. it is quite good. And then pale hivyo in the other slot in the striker nilikuwa na mans like King Kai, King Kai pale hivyo Kai Havertz giving me a goal and 2 bonus points. He actually played a very very good game, so I'm very proud to have had Kai Havertz bana as my striker pale hivyo. Arsenal won 3-1. He scored the equalizer, a very very ferocious shot, for those of us who are watching the game. So that is how my team performed over the weekend. And unajua, unfortunately, for every good thing that you do on FPL, lazima kukuwe na some things that will haunt you. Yeah. So for me, my bench it was my bench ilikuwa na 19 points bwana. 19 points. Madueke there with the 10 points from the bench. He had all the 3 bonus points and as well as the goal in Chelsea's 1-1 draw against Nottingham Forest. And then nilikuwa na Martinez pale hivyo, Emiliano Martinez, the Aston Villa goalkeeper, keeping the clean sheet and also pulling up 2 bonus points, 4 saves from the match, earning him a 1 point extra, and of course the clean sheet. Manze, it was a very wrong time for me to bench Emiliano Martinez. But anyways, you all know FPL. FPL is only just a game. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. So that is how Papa did. That is how Darwin Theory performed. That is how Darwin Theory was looking like in the weekend. And then pale hivyo, my other small forgotten team, the other forgotten team, Taylor Gang. Taylor Gang were in this thing manze. Pale hivyo for Taylor Gang, tulikuwa na 59 points again, not below average. Yeah. So for Taylor Gang, we are playing out in a 4-4-2. That is the other team that I manage. I tell you, mimi ni super manager bana. If I can manage 2 teams and I have a draft team, mbona nisipewe hiyo kazi ya Manchester bana? Mbona nisipewe hiyo kazi? Anyways, so in my Taylor Gang team tulikuwa na Alisson Becker in goal. Alisson Becker keeping Liverpool despite conceding the goal. Sorry, Alisson played 78 minutes, and in 78 minutes he was able to get the clean sheet because Crystal Palace did not score. So in 78 minutes he got the 2 points. Alafu pale hivyo nikapata za clean sheet, and then there was a couple of saves, 4 saves from Alisson, earning him that 1 extra point, and then collecting all the 3 bonus points. So I had 10 points. I had 10 points from Alisson. Something that is very very good for your goalkeeper to give you 10 points. Imagine for a goalkeeper to collect all the 3 bonus points without having to make a penalty save. That is very very impressive. Without having to have an assist in the game, that is very very impressive manze. Nakwambia nilikuwa nimehappy, nimenice mbaya sana hiyo wiki. My pick kinda came in good. Yeah. Alafu in the defense nilikuwa na Saliba. I had Saliba there pale with 2 points. Alafu nilikuwa na James Justin with 10 points. I mean, team of the week manzi. Team of the week for a reason. Then the other 2 defenders on my team were Sergio Romero, Christian Cuti Romero, the Spurs defender. Yeah, he conceded 3 goals, so there was nothing coming in from him, just 2 points. God damn it, I'm telling you manze, it's been a rough couple of days manze. Nimekuwa na a strong night shift. Nimekuwa nikipiga ka night shift fulani pale hivyo, so sleep is catching up on me. Then pale hivyo in the other defenders nilikuwa na Vardiol, the Manchester City defender. Nothing in coming in from Vardiol as well, conceded 2 goals, so he gave me a 1. Then in my midfield nilikuwa na Semenyo. Antoine Semenyo, the Ghanaian midfielder. He gave me 2 points in their 1-0 loss against Leicester City. Then my captain was Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer generated 6 points, an assist in their 1-1 draw with Nottingham Forest. And despite picking up a yellow card, he was able to get the 2 points in bonus points. So telling you, it was also a good performance from him, despite Chelsea not winning. Yeah. And then Madueke with the 10 points. I had Madueke this time on this other team. And then my last midfielder alikuwa Brennan Johnson. Brennan Johnson there scoring 1 goal against Spurs against Brighton in their 3-2 loss. He scored the opener. Yeah. So Brennan Johnson there gave me 7 points. Yeah, 7 points from Brennan Johnson. Alafu in my attack sasa hapa ndio kuliuma nje mbaya sana cause Nicholas Jackson alinipea binary points with only 2 points, and then Erling Haaland with only 2 points. So that was how Papa D performed. Sorry, that was how Taylor Gang performed. That is, all of them are just managed by me, Papa D. So I mean, it does make sense that is how Papa D performed. Yeah. So Taylor Gang pale Ivo on the bench. We had Pickford. I know, man. I know. Sometimes you have to win. You win some, you lose some. Sometimes it just happens like that. Kuna zenye unapata, kuna zenye tu zinakutoka tu roho safi. So pale hivyo on my bench nilikuwa na Pickford, but in my defense Beka hakuni disappoint pia sana hivyo, though it would have been preferable to take the 15 points rather than the 10 points. I mean, those 5 extra points would have done me good on the overall score. But anyway, I still did win my head-to-head league, so not bad, not bad. And then Chris Wood, a striker manze, he had 8 points. He scored the solo goal in the 1-1 draw against Chelsea, and he was able to collect 2 bonus points, manze. Same as Cole Palmer. So you see, it would have been good if I would have benched either of Haaland or Jackson for Chris Wood. But anyway, it is what it is. You win some, you lose some. So that is how Papa D performed. That is how to perform Pale Ivo on the FPL game week 7. That is how things were looking out for us. So acha tuende tuangalie how our leagues are looking like. Pale Ivo on the Fantasy Football KE Podcast Classic League. Pale Ivo on the Classic League, things were looking very, very fire. As you can see, pale hivyo, let me give you a quick rundown of the top 10. Pale top 10 tuko na Never Losing, managed by Freddie McGregor, with 45 points on that game week. Ako na total of 462 points. Then tuko na Mikey FC, managed by Matthew Karaoke. Karis pale hivyo. Karis pulling up with 460 points. Alikuwa na 58 points in that game week. He is a riser on that game week. Yeye ni mpandaji. Sasa tujui anapanda nini. Yeah, so Matthew Karaoke there, a riser on game week 7. After that, getting 59 points. Yeah. So, and then we have coming in third spot tuko na Taylor Gang. I mean, Chelly. So I'm coming in third with 459 points total score. Just a difference of 1 point from Mikey and a difference of 3 points from Never Lose and Freddie McGregor there. Number 9 is Smoke Netflix, managed by Frederick Fredo. And then to corner Odegaard's Orchestra, Palevo, our friends from FPL Luis, FPL Luis Palevo, Paul Munish. Paul Munish doing a good job, man, there from FPL Luis. He's fifth on our league. Palevo with 454 points. From a total of 66 points. And then Butcher FC, managed by Roger Magena, another friend of the podcast, a doctor. Pale hivyo daktari Butcher, kijana ya Manchester. Naona alikuwa na below average, alikuwa anachezea 38 points. He has a total of 453 points. Watu wangu wa Manchester, mnaona vile mambo inaanza kuendea mrama. Things are not looking good for you people. Mtawezana kweli? Anyway, pale hivyo Butcher FC ako na Red Arrows, inakaa hajakuwa akisikiliza podcast, hajakuwa akisikiliza show, that is why he's getting them Red Arrows. Then pale hivyo tuko na Telvin Mudoga, another kijana ya Manchester. This one is an avid listener of the podcast. His team is quite difficult to pronounce, so you will bear with me. Mutanielewa if things don't happen as if I butcher the name, mtaitabidi mmeni understand. So pale hivyo Spatarako Spataro candidatos. Spataro candidatos. Pulling up with 453 points in 7th place. He had 67 points. And actually, as I can see, he was our manager of the week. Alikuwa manager of the week pale hivyo, as well as Darwin Theory, as well as Flying Pirates, manager of the week with 67 points. So Spatara Candidatos pale hivyo anakuja namba 7. Then we have Stanley Kamwati, Stano pale with Mzila Supersport 3. Mzila Supersport 3 coming in 8th place. And then tuko na Felix Opata, Azim, aka Azim. This one is a huge Chelsea fan. Yes, hii najua ashikiki manze. Unajua watu wa Chelsea of late, Chelsea has been flying high in the season, so watu wa Chelsea hawashikiki, and we understand you manze, enjoy it while it lasts. Unajua tu Chelsea maneno yao vile inaendaga. They start well. It's another, ni kama Spurs wengine hivi. So Azim pale hivyo, na proper ile Lakers and a Chelsea fan. Twende pale. So Azim pale, of course, juu ni mtu wa Chelsea, kiburi ni nyingi kidogo, so hajakuwa akisikiliza show, so he is having the red arrows. Kushuka anashuka. He pulled in with 42 points, also below average. I mean, you see, when you don't listen to the podcast, when you don't listen to the show, pale hivyo ni ma red arrows tu ndio zinawapata. Cannot help it, cannot blame you. So namba 10 pale hivyo, mans like Ian Sich, Kiara, Ian Kiara pale hivyo with Vini Vidivici. He's a stagnator, asongi, ashuki, apandi. Ametulia tu pale namba 10. Ni kama Manchester United last season. Sorry, ni kama Chelsea last season 10th FC. But unaona like Chelsea, yeye ameamua kukwama pale because Chelsea wameimprove. So he had 45 points, of course, below average. Pale hivyo Sich. This time hawezi retain hii kitu. Watu wamekuamulia, watu ni wabaya. Yeah. Alafu sasa kuko na notable mentions. Kuna pale hivyo Moscow, pulling in at number 16. Kijana ya Manchester. He had a good performance kiasi. He was not below average. Alikuwa na 61 points. For those of you who are familiar with the Moscow, you all know he's the last winner of the head-to-head league last season. So pale hivyo, keep up with him. Pale hivyo Moscow coming in at number 16. Alafu pale hivyo tuko na Kiburi Promax, Bernard Tana. Check out Bernard Tana on YouTube pale hivyo, Bernard, and also on Twitter. He's another friend of the podcast, Kiburi FC. Kiburi yake wacha tuone kwenye inampeleka, cause things are not going on well. Pale hivyo tunaona he's another stagnator, pulling in at number 20. Alikuwa na 50 points. He was just a few minutes away from 420. Alikuwa na 425 points as a total. Yeah. So that is how things are looking. Then we have a Guna coming in at number 29. Pale hivyo Prolific FC. Kamale on Twitter manze. This time inakaa mambo ikupeleki vizuri kijana, Mambo inakupeleka ngangari. Things are not going on well for my boy pale hivyo Bernard. Sorry, not Bernard, but Kamale. Because pulling up at number 29. Mambo impeleki mpoa, lakini he's rising, he's trying because he had 54 points and he's a riser in the league. Yeah. Then pale hivyo tuko na Pius Ochieng aka Pandemonium. Kena, mans like Kena, you can check him out on Instagram, another friend of the podcast. Check him out on Twitter. Kijana ya Manchester pia, this Manchester boys. Wana perform tu vile wanataka. Omera, wada. Ango is happening. What is going on, Omera? Anyways, my friend pale hivyo Pius Ochieng, Pius aka Pandemonium, amekuwa akireceive a couple of pandemoniums, but naona this time he's rising, anajaribu kuimprove kidogo, so he's a riser in the league. Yeah. Then tuko na Ricky Cruz pale, mans like Ricardo, our very very resident rapper pale hivyo, Pius Ochieng, sorry, Ricardo aka Ricky Cruz. He's also a riser, kijana ya Manchester. He did perform very well. He had 62 points as well. Then another Manchester United fan, anaitangwa Timo, my very very good friend Timo bana. Timo bana, what's up my G manze? Umepotea wapi bwana? Long time no see. Nilikwambia ukuje manze tupige show ukapotea. Anyways, sijui kama ni juu mambo ikupeleki vizuri pia on the FPL side of things, but anyways, the door is always open for you Timo. Kijana ya Manchester, he is a schoolmate of mine manze, tumesoma naye pale hivyo Primo Ayani Primary School. Shout out to all Ayani Primary School alumni. Watu wazito sana bana. Watu wanoma. Yep. So that is Timo coming up at number 36. Then in the number 37 we had Alex the Great, aka Aleki. Alex, managed by Alex Mogo. Alex Mogo. Hapa hivi ni Broman manze amekuwa akisikiza show, a very very good friend of the podcast pale hivyo, tuning in from Doha. Ako pale hivyo QA anapiga shughuli 1 2 1 2. So Alex the Great, this time manze, are you trying to do one of those tricks whereby game week za kwanza una relax alafu una pull that magnificent rise? Anyways, I am here to tell you it will not work. We are wise to your ways, kijana. Kijana, we are wise to your ways. This time haitaingiana. So Alex Mogo there, managing Alex the Great FC, pulling up at number 37. He was able to get 51 points for the weekend, for that game week, sorry. And akona a total of just 7 points away from 400 points. Akona 393. Then my fellow host pale hivyo kijana GTG, Omera yawa, getting that guap. Kwani hii guap mnapata iko wapi bwana? GTG pulling in at number 39. Jana amekuwa akilegeza. G-man, what is wrong bana? What is going on? What is happening? Or rather, what is not happening? G-man pulling in at number 39. GTG pale hivyo. With 50 points from that game week, but just 390 points from the overall. Kijana umekuwa ukiumauma nje, as you can see, 390 points in 7 game weeks. That is not what it's supposed to be. Yeah. Then my other team, Darwin Theory, this time tumeanza slow manze, learning from Alex playbook pale hivyo. We are at number 41, pulling up at number 41, despite being being the top joint top manager of the week in the league. The last couple of games hazijakuwa zikiniendea mzuri on that side of things, Darwin Theory pale hivyo tumelegeza on that other side, but on the bright side of things, Taylor Gang, Taylor Gang, if you know you know. Tuko pale hivyo representing. Yeah. Then pale hivyo chini, we have Rasta Fruity coming in at number 44 with 44 points. That one is one of those rare coincidences pale hivyo unapata his position is his game week points. Rasta Fruity pulling up at number 44 with 44 points and a total of 374 points. That's another Liverpool fan. Kijana ya Anslot. Yep. And then on the almost teetering karibu pale hivyo relegation, tuko na watu, my two good friends, Iano bana. Ian, what is happening? Kunaendaje bwana? Ian J Kamau, kijana ya Manchester, kiasi hajakuwa akisikiliza podcast, amekuwa akilenga advice. So Ian Kamau there, he's suffering kidogo. He's pulling in there at number 46, and he has a total of 369 points. I think he's just been 6-9ing. I did not say that. Anyways, alikuwa na 52 points in the game week, and from his 52 points in the game week hazikuweza kumsaidia much because he's still not rising. He's getting those red arrows. Ian bana, kuja usikilize show. Remember last season tuliambia Moss asikilize show, akaignore na kidogo akuwe relegated. So unaona this season aliamua atake advice na super manager there, Peaky Blinders. This time he's performing really really well. Yeah. So pale hivyo tuko na another guna, pale hivyo Okombe 25 managed by Telvin Ndongo, kijana ya Ateta. He's teetering almost on the relegation, but the good news is he's rising. So kuko na hopes. Ataruka Ian ashuke chini. Mm? Those two battles there, kijana ya Manchester, kijana ya Arsenal. Let's see how things are going to be happening for him. So Ian there, sorry, Okombe, managed by Telvin, pulling up with 59 points for the game week, and he's a riser on that game week, but his total is still quite down there. Alafu pale hivyo chini, tuko na Mr. like Brian Omari, another gunner bana. This time inakaa FPL imemgonga kitu mbaya sana, because as you can remember last season, Omari was a very good performer. He was gunning points left, right and center. Alikuwa tuchapia ma triple digits, anatuuzia uoga huku mbaya sana. But Omari this season bana, kumekauka proper. Brian Omari, what is happening? Kijana bana, sikiliza pod. Anyways, he was just able to get just about, he was just able to get in ahead of the average points. Alikuwa na 49 points. He's pulling in at number 50. And then we have I Love Theories. I Love Theories managed by King Devi. We all love theories manze. We all love them, but again, lazima pia uweke shughuli, lazima upige shughuli, lazima ufanye kazi yako pale hivyo. So pulling in at number 48, I Love theories. He's a red arrow merchant. Pale hivyo he was way below average, alikuwa na 38 points. Mambo iko muendea mzuri. And things are not looking out good for him. Yeah. Pale hivyo on the other side of the relegation, pale hivyo ile wakati side ya relegation tuko na Lupa FC. Lupa FC managed by Hakuna Matata. Kijana amejaribu kubadilisha jina ya team, lakini bado mambo yendi mzuri. Remember last time out he was second last in our league. Hakuna Hatata, lakini sahi amekuja with a new name, lakini things are still the same. Bado wanakimbizwa. And then man's like Godwin Odhiambo, 1000 Street United. What is happening? Kijana ya Teta bana. You guna. What is going on? Godwin Odhiambo, shout out to Godwin Odhiambo. Another one of Ayani Primaries alumni pale hivyo. Godwin Odhiambo. A journalist by profession, for the New York Times. He is doing a good job. Checking out his Instagram. He is also an exhibitor. He also has an exhibition of his own. Shout out to you, Godwin Odhiambo manze. Lakini manze, usiangushe jina ya team bana. Usiangushe jina ya team. You're a gunner. Know your place. So Godi there pulling in with another below average performance. Alikuwa na 41 points in that game week, and he has a total of 315 points, pulling in at number 55. Yep. And then Chuki aka Chuki, aka Charles Karaoke, Charles Moneki, aliweza kupull in just above average 51 points, but his points total is not doing him justice. A total of 330 points only, bana, pulling in at number 52. But the good news is he is a riser. So ni kupanda anapanda, and it's only game week 7, so there is still a lot to improve. Yep. So that is how things are looking at on the Fantasy Classic League. Wacha tuende tuangalie pale hivyo on the head-to-head league kidogo. Let's go and see how things are looking at on the head-to-head league. So pale head-to-head league, we have number 1 is Zain Beso. Zain Beso pale hivyo, having won all 7 games. Kijana is flying high bwana. High. Zain Beso, hebu tupe advice. Tuambie, ambia wasikilizaji wetu. Can you tell our fellow listeners? Tell them what are the secrets? What are the secrets yawa? Zain Beso there managed by Zain Abbas, pulling up with 21 points, having won all the 7 games, and he has a total of 447 points. Coming in second is Flying Pirates, having won 6 and drawn 1. He's still unbeaten. Yeah, he has a total of 19 points, with a total score of 439. And then number two, it's a tie. We have 3 people. Sorry, we have 2 people. We have 2 people coming in at number 3, with 18 points. Tuko na Miki FC managed by Matthew Karis, and then tuko na Tuliza Nyege by Lex Njoroge. Kijana ya Manchester pia. Manchester in Barcelona. Lex Njoroge. Shout out to Lex Njoroge pale hivyo. Having won 6 games and lost 1, and he has not drawn anything. So 18 points. Alafu tuko na Nash 92 by Sugunesh Shwaran Sekharan. That one is another friend of the podcast. One of my friends there in Doha. Pale is a very, very good friend. Pale shout out from FPL Kings. Sorry, the home of FPL Pale on Twitter. Another friend of the podcast. Sugunesh Sekharan pulling up with 16 points, having won 5 games, drawn 1, and lost only 1. Yeah. And then tuko na Mr. Super Manager himself. Tulikwambia Mosel, hata ujaribu kubadilisha jina. We know you. Peaky Blinders aka the Tonyoi gang. Mtu wa Tonyoi, mtu wa Tuembe. PTB pale hivyo. Also pulling up with 16 points, having just lost 1 game and drawn 1 out of the 7 played so far. Then pale hivyo Taylor gang, yours truly, we are coming in we are at number 7, having won 5 games and lost only 2 games, 15 points. And then tuko na again FPL Wiz, Mr. Paul Munish. Paul Munish ananifuata unyo kwa hunyo. Niko noma. Paul Munish coming in at number 8. He has the only difference between myself, Taylor Gang, and Ricardo Ricky Crooks pale hivyo coming in at number 12. We all have 15 points. So Paul Munish, Odegaard's Orchestra, we have Spataracondidos by Telvin pale hivyo, Mr. Telvin Mudoga. Then Vini Vidivici managed by Kiara Ian Sich. And then Wazito FC and Ricky Crooks. All of us have 15 points. The only difference is the total points, total score there. Yeah, with I coming in 459 points. Then Munish coming in with 454 total score. Then tuko na Vini Vidivici with 443. Then we have Wazito with 439 and Ricardo with 401. Yep. Then the Roger pale hivyo, Roger Magera, aka the Butcher. He's only won 4 games. Yeah. And then uko hivyo on the relegation side of things, tuko na Teamunized pale hivyo. Having won only 1 game. He has won 1 game. Team Jiru bale. Team Jiru bale hivyo bameshinda only game moja. Bameshinda game moja peke yake. And as you know, team 3 points ni wengi. Tuko na Absolutely Fabregas managed by Oliver Kibet. Then tuko na AHM Zitni managed by Ahmed. AHM Zitni Ahmed ameshinda only 1 game, losing 6. Then tuko na Teamunized, and then tuko na Taruki FC. All of them have only won 1 game, so they have 3 points peke yake, taking in 6 Ls. Hey manze, how is it looking like there on the downside of things? Unapokea them Ls. Then tuko na Tevo na Brian Omari. Tevin, Brian Omari, Kena with Pandemonium. Then Palivo Darwin Theory, Manze managed by myself. And then Mark Moura, 5'8", Palivo, kijana ya Nakuru, kijana ya Naivasha. All of them, they have 6 points, having won only 2 games. Palivo, Tevin, and things are not going on well. Brian Omari, 6 points battalion, having won only 2 games. Mambo ni kunoma on the head-to-head league, manzi. Winning 2, losing 5. So that is how things are looking out on the head-to-head league. Pale hivyo mid-table tuko na mans like Chuki, Charles Mwaneki there with 9 points, having won only 3 games. Then tuko na Rasta Fruity, the Liverpool guy, the Liverpool man. Pale hivyo also having won 3 games and only losing 4 games. Then tuko na GTG, yours truly GTG, at least on the head-to-head league anajaribu kidogo, but still quite not as expected. So on 9 points we have Chuki, then we have Fama FC, then tuko na Challenger, tuko na Rasta Fruity, tuko na GTG, tuko na Alex the Great FC, tuko na Timo, and then tuko na FC Thebs, and then tuko na Sweats managed by Ed Monene. Mr. Ed kijana pale hivyo, my friend from the draft league. Things are not going on well for you. Lidhani huku ni draft, huku unakurengendwa proper. Anyways, pulling up with 9 points. All of these guys wameshinda game tatu and they have lost 4 games. So that is how things are looking at for in the head to head league. Even the head to head league yetu imekaa. Tell me, mnaonaje? Je, kwanza unaona, by the way, I have an update to tell you. Kijana Moss alishinda head to head league last season. This season alisikia competition imeongezeka, Sich akakuja head to head league. Moss akaamua kupotea, akaamua kuhepa. So Moss squad, that was a coward of you. Uliamua kutojoin league, but anyway, tunakujua tabia zako. Let's hope that you will be serious. And bado kiboko itakupata, tuko na wewe classic league bado. So notable mentions, tuko na pale hivyo the Shark team in as much as mambo impeleki vizuri on the classic league, head to head yuko pabaya. He has 12 points. He has 12 points pale hivyo on the head to head league, having won 4 games and drawn 3. So pale hivyo Mr. Ian, hii bidii yenye unaweka na head to head league, si ujaribu tu weke hata na classic league kidogo tu, modo wako man, dogeragerie mani, just put in a little effort on the classic league. Anyways, that is how our leagues zimekaa. Hivyo ndio kuko this time out, hivyo ndio kuko. So nilikuwa nataka kuwapea just a little brief up, niwaambie how things are looking at on our leagues and how last time out, how did people perform. So anyways, before we close out the show, nilikuwa nataka kuwapea just a little quick advice pale hivyo on game week 8. Game week 8, giving you just a little of the updates and telling you how things are looking at. So game week 8, let's look at the players available for game week 8. There's a couple of injuries for Manchester United. Manze, Man U, things are not looking good, man. Things are not looking good. First of all, Kobe Maino has been ruled out of the Old Trafford game against Brentford. Mazrui he'll be a late check because remember undergo a heart correction surgery. He had some palpitations with his heart. Hope he recovers well, manze. Quick recovery, manze pale hivyo. No sir, Mazrui, kijana Manchester, the right back, the left back. So we hope he gets to recover quickly, manze, because I also have him on my FPL and I need him to play. Yeah. So Manchester United there, absences, tuko na Mazrui, tuko na Kobe Maino, and then tuko na Harry Maguire is also ruled out. Manuel Ugarte is a late fitness check. Maybe his standing is abadilika because he picked up a knock during the international break with Uruguay. Yep. And then the long term absentees, we have Euro, and then we have Mason Mount. Mason Mount pulled up with a head injury in their game against Spurs, and he has not been able to return to the starting 11. So Mason Mount there also another injury absentee for Manchester United. Yep. And then Sasa Pale in the middle of the pitch, most likely we'll be seeing Christian Eriksen from a very, very good performance with Denmark, a goal and an assist in their international break. Yep. So we'll most likely be seeing Eriksen because he'll be pulling up for the absent Kobe Maino. Yeah. And then Casemiro is available. Yeah, Casemiro is once again available. Yeah. And on the forefront of things, Palevo Marasmus, aka Rasmus Højlund, he will be available, and then Zaxi as well. Yeah. So that is how things are looking out for Manchester United. Pia kutakuwa na a late fitness check for Garnacho. So he's not entirely ruled out of the game, but he's a doubt. So let's see how Ten Hag gives us the team news. Yeah. Then let's go out to Arsenal. Arsenal have quite a couple of people ruled out. There are 10 absentees for Arsenal going on into this game week. Yep. Remember Martin Odegaard, Kieran Tierney, and Zinchenko, all of them continue to be ruled out because of their respective injuries. And then Kai Havertz and Thomas Partey were not able to go out on the international break. They've had Kai Havertz illness, and then Thomas Partey a slight knee problem. But as it has been confirmed, it was just a precautionary measure for them because they are back and available for the Bournemouth game. Yeah, remember Arsenal will be traveling to the south coast. It will be a 7:30 p.m. kickoff on Saturday, tomorrow basically. So they are available for selection. Yeah. And then sasa pale hivyo on the defense side of things, it is where the conundrum iko because pale hivyo tuko na tuko na kuna kijana kama Timber was not able to go to the international break because of a slight knee issue. Sorry, not a knee issue, but a muscular problem. So let's see how that one goes about. I'm going to be giving you a little update because I can see Mikel Arteta just did a press conference, and let's see what he had for us in terms of the availability. Alafu then we had Ben White. Ben White also was not available. He was not available last time out. And as you all know, Ben White, he has been playing with a little injury for the past season because Timber being out injured, Party being out injured, it did not afford him a time to be able to come and get rested. So this season, I think it's also just a precautionary. Maybe he's not really that bad injured. So let's see how Arsenal get to manage that injury. Yeah. So also tuko na Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka pulled out of the England game with Greece with a muscular injury, a hamstring, and he was not able to play in the game against Finland. So let's hope that maybe he's been able to recover. I'll be giving you all the full news of the players available. But so far, Bukayo Saka is a doubt. Bukayo Saka is a doubt for the trip to Bournemouth. Yeah. And then again, Palevo Martinelli is entirely ruled out because he pulled up with a muscle edema. Muscle edema. He pulled up with a slight muscle edema after a scan playing out with Brazil. Remember, he only played one game. Their 2-1 win against Chile. So let's see how that one turns out. But so far, Martinelli, he has been ruled out, and it is such an unfortunate event kwa sababu Martinelli alikuwa ameanza kupick up momentum, scoring 2 goals and 2 assists in the last 3 games. So I mean, it is quite an unfortunate thing for the young Brazilian. I mean, because in that Arsenal team, the moment you're injured, the moment you're out, inakuwaga gumu kurudi. It's very tough to rudi because everyone wants game time and everyone is good. So I mean, the injuries are not helping. So that is how things are looking out for Arsenal. Yeah. And then in terms of play, wacha tuende to the other ones. To the other ones, we have Everton. Everton wako na Iregobuna and Ghana. They are out long term. I think they picked up very long term injuries. Back injury for Ghana, and then a foot injury for Iregobuna. So then we have O'Reilly. O'Reilly for Manchester City. He's injured. Nico O'Reilly. But then again, that's pretty much a non-issue. Hee-chan. Hwan-chi. Hee-chan. Hwang Hee-chan. The Wolves midfielder, the South Korean, has an ankle injury. He's a 50% chance of playing. But as we all know, that one is quite difficult. Then we had Saka Lukic. Saka Lukic. Yeah, Sasa Lukic, sorry, not Saka. Sasa Lukic also with a shoulder injury, he's not available for Fulham. Then we had Bergvall for Tottenham. The young Swede is out injured, and he'll not be able to pull up because he has a slight knock. I think it was a knock on his ankle. Yeah, he has a slight knock on his ankle. He's rated 75%, but I don't think he's going to be able to play. Yeah. Then Milokakis for Bournemouth is not available. He has a 75% chance of playing. He's carrying a knock. So he might be a very big miss for Bournemouth by the if he's not able to pull up to play. Then Wharton, the young Englishman, is also 75 rated, so he might not be able make it on the squad. Then Wesley Fofana, he's ruled out long term. Yeah, he's suspended because of that booking. Mhm. Then we have Mark Cucurella. Mark Cucurella also suspended. I think that he's garnered a couple of yellow cards. He's been able to get 5 bookings in the first 7 games, so he's ruled out. Yeah. Then for Brighton we have Webster. Webster is not available because of an hamstring injury. Yep. And then for Villa, I think only Konsa. Konsa is the one who is not going to be able to be available. He's carrying a hamstring injury. But he's 75, so maybe he has a chance. Yep. Then we have a muscle injury for Ross Stewart. He'll not be available for Brentford trip to Old Trafford. Yep. And last but not the least, as I was telling you about in the other time, for Munoz. Munoz will not be available because of that slight knock. Yep. Then the likes of Neto. Neto will not be able to face parent club Bournemouth because remember he's on loan at Arsenal from Bournemouth. And also Tana. Tana will not be able to play against Nottingham Forest because he's on loan at Crystal Palace. Yeah. So those are the notable absentees. Sorry, before I forgot, Morgan Gibbs White. Yeah, I know most of you are waiting for this one. Morgan Gibbs White, he has a chance of making it into the X1 because he is 75 and it's an ankle injury. But let's see how it pans out. He might be able to make the X1. He might not be able to make the trip all at all. So let's see how things pan out. Yeah. So that is Morgan Gibbs White, one of the best performing players for Nottingham Forest this season. As you all know. He has a total of 17 points, including house against Southampton and against Liverpool. Yep. So that is how things are looking at. Remember, Ward Prowse is ruled out because of that red card. He was sent off for his first official career red card against against Chelsea in that 1-1 draw. Yeah. So that is how things are looking at in terms of fitness. As basically Bournemouth, other than Kakes, they have a full team out. They have a full team out. Yeah. Chelsea, as for Chelsea, other than Fofana and Cucurella, I don't think there are too much other absentees. Yeah, Chukwuemeka has a slight knock, but he might be able to feature in because he was not able to participate in the international break. Yeah, as for Newcastle, Kieran Trippier is ruled out with a hamstring injury. The return date is unknown, so we just have to keep our eyes on that one. Martin Dubravka is also 75. 75 he has a 75% chance of playing. Yeah. And then Son is also fixtured out, having a slight knock. Son has a slight knock, and he's been able to recover from the knock, but he just lacks much fitness. Yeah. Rodri is long term ruled out. Rodrigo for Manchester City, as well as Mosquera for Wolves, also ruled out with a knee injury. And then McGinn there has a hamstring injury. He's ruled out long term. And then Odegaard will not be able to make it for Spurs. Also ruled out with a hamstring injury. Yeah. Also, and again, Kevin De Bruyne is still a few weeks away from returning from his after suffering a groin injury in the international break with Belgium. Yep. And then, as I was telling you, Zinchenko still out. Yeah. So that is basically the pick of the bunch in terms of fitness. And just before we sign out, remember Federico Chiesa, the new Liverpool signing. He will not be able to play in. He will not be able to play in against Chelsea this weekend because he's carrying in a knock, and it is a bad knock because he's rated 50%. Yeah, and then last but not the least, we have Alison Becker. Alison Becker, remember, he pulled out with an injury and was not able to go out for the international break with Brazil. Alison Becker pulled out with is it a hamstring injury? Yeah, it's a hamstring injury. Alison Becker there. He'll not be available for Liverpool for until let's say mid November, or just before the next international break. Yeah. So that is how things are looking at in terms of fitness and availability of players. Yeah. So, and the reason why I'm telling you all of this is so that you can prepare for your teams, so that you can prepare your teams and get ready to smash it on game week 8. Yeah, remember for game week 8, we are going to be having a proper blockbuster of a match on Sunday. Sorry, something choked me up. Yeah, as I was telling you about Palevo, game week 8 will be having a proper blockbuster on the match in Anfield as Liverpool, they'll be hosting Chelsea at Anfield. Liverpool hosting Chelsea at Anfield on Sunday. That is our pick of the bunch. That is our pick of the week. And then on Saturday tutakuwa na Spurs taking on West Ham. Spurs watakaribisha West Ham pale hivyo in a London derby. North London meets East London. Alafu will be having Fulham versus Aston Villa. Fulham welcoming Aston Villa at the Craven Cottage. Alafu will be having Ipswich Town playing in against Everton. The Tractor Boys, looking to bounce back from that 4-1 mauling by West Ham by playing another fellow stragglers, Everton, who will come out tops. And then Palivo, Manchester United, I mean, as I was telling you about, they will be hosting Brentford. Brentford will be visiting Old Trafford to face Manchester United, while Newcastle United will be hosting Brighton. Yakuba Minte Palivo returning to his old stomping ground. The former Newcastle man, the Ivory Coast winger. Remember, he's taken the Premier League by storm. Kijana, he's a very, very good winger with a very, very high ceiling. Yeah. Then Southampton will be playing in Leicester City at the St. Mary's Stadium. And Southampton, remember, they are still looking for their first win. Southampton are looking for their first win, and they are looking to get back into winning ways and sort of get themselves settled into the league. Having just in 7 games they have they have only drawn one. So you see, it's very, very difficult for them. They'll be looking to get in on the act pale hivyo against Leicester City. And remember, they lost 3-1 against Arsenal, so they'll be looking to bounce back for sure. And then the late evening kickoff pale hivyo 7:30 aka 5:30 in the UK will be having the mighty Gunners traveling in to face Bournemouth. Kijana ya Arteta, vijana wa Arteta will be traveling to Bournemouth to face, we'll be traveling to the south coast to face Bournemouth. And rumor has it that we are going to be playing with our third kit. The purple blue kit, the purple lilac blue kit. Yeah, we'll be going to be sporting that new kit in the game against Bournemouth, because of course we cannot wear our home kit. It clashes with the Bournemouth's home kit, the red and black. We cannot wear our black kit. I mean, it also clashes with their black, because we wear all black, the black tops and the black shorts. So also Bournemouth wear the black shorts, and in terms of the home kit, it is the red and black, and we also wear the red on the top. So it is a good opportunity for Arsenal to unleash their new kit. So Arsenal will be playing in with the black kit for the first time this season when they travel to Bournemouth. Let's hope it's going to be a very, very good outing in our black kit. Remember in the 22-23 season when we played in with the pink kit on that Saturday afternoon, just a good summer afternoon, a good afternoon for football. William Saliba there scoring a very, very wonderful goal, a beautiful, beautiful, well taken goal. So, I mean, we are just hoping for more of the same from that one. And I hope we can keep a clean sheet this time, because, man, Arsenal have been undoing us. It has even got me reconsidering of having Saliba and Gabriel in my FPL teams, but because the clean sheets bana zinapotea sana bana. Ai. And last season out we had the most clean sheets in the league. So those Arsenal defenders were key magnets for bonus points, especially Gabriel with the goals as well. Imagine having a goal and a clean sheet. You take all the bonus points. So we are hoping Arsenal are going to. I'm hoping Arsenal are going to bounce back in terms of the clean sheet. Yeah. So far, this is how the Premier League table is looking like. So Liverpool continue to lead the table with 18 points, having played 7 games, won 6 and lost 1. They are yet to draw any other game. They have a goal difference of 11, and in their last 5 games, they have won all 4 and lost 1. Yeah, and they have basically been on the right hand side of things. Yeah, they have been basically on the right hand side of things. Then coming in second place is Arsenal and Manchester City. All of them tied on the same number of points and the number of goal differences. All of them they have 17 points. Yeah, Arsenal and Manchester City they are second with 17 points and the same number of goal differences, having won 5 games and drawn 2. Yeah. Then in fourth place we have Chelsea, having won 4 games, drawn 2, and lost 1. They have a goal difference of 8, and they have 14 points. Yeah. Also, Aston Villa is tied with Chelsea in fifth place, but they have a inferior goal difference to Chelsea. Also, they have 14 points, having won 4 games, drawn 2, and lost 1. But they have a negative. Sorry, not a negative. They have a 3 goal difference. Pale hivyo namba sita ni Mans like Brighton pale hivyo they have 12 points, having won 3 games and then drawn 3 and then lost 1. Wako na goal difference ya 3, with a total of 12 points. And then Newcastle United also, they are tied on the same number of points as Brighton, 12 points as well, having won 3, drawn 3 and lost 1. Wako na goal difference ya 1. And then we have Fulham pulling in at number 8 with 11 points, two losses, 2 draws, and 3 wins, and they have a goal difference of 2. Yep. Then Tottenham are coming in at 9th. Tottenham number 9 with 10 points, having won 7 games. Sorry, in 7 games they have won three games, and they have lost 2. Yeah, they have lost 3, they have won 3, and they have drawn 1. Yeah, they have a goal difference of 6. And then number 10 tuko na Nottingham Forest. Out of 7 games, they have won 2, they have drawn 4, and they have lost 1. So far, I would not say it is so good, but it is good for Nottingham Forest. Keeping up there, 10 points. 10 points is not bad out of 7 games for Nottingham Forest. And they have only lost 1 game, and they have drawn 4. So if they can be able to rack a couple of more wins, it will do them a couple of good things. Yep. Then on the bottom half of the table, tuko na Brentford pulling up at number 11 with 10 points as well. Also winning 3 games, losing 3 games, and drawing 1. And then they have a goal difference of 0. Then number 12, we have West Ham United, winning 2 games, drawing 2 games, and losing 3 games. Yep. And they have a goal difference of -1 and a total of 8 points. Yep. Then pale hivyo number 13, we have Bournemouth. Bournemouth with 7 games played. They have won 2 games. They have lost 3 games, and they have drawn 2. So they also have 8 points and a goal difference of -2. And so does Manchester United. Manchester United pia wameshinda game 2, wakachapwa 3 and wakadraw 2. So they also have 8 points and they have a goal difference of -3. Yeah, that is why they are number 14 in the league. Remember, this is the worst start in 7 games for Manchester United. They have never started this bad. Yeah. And coming in at number 15 is Leicester City. Having won only 1 game and 3 draws, they only have 4 points. Sorry, not 4 points, but 6 points, and they have a goal difference of -3 because they have lost 3 games. Yep. Then Everton they are coming in at 16th with -8 goal difference and 6 points. From their 7 games, they have won once, lost 4 games, and drawn twice. Yep. And then last but not the least, on the relegation side of things, sorry, not relegation, Ipswich Town, the Choctaw Boys, they have 4 points coming in at number 17. They have not won a single game. They have 4 draws and they have 3 losses. And they have a negative goal difference of -8, same as Everton. Yeah. So that is how things are looking at for the first in the bottom half of the table. And on the relegation side of things, so far, Crystal Palace, Southampton, and Wolves in that order are the teams that are looking at down at relegation. Wolves are yet to win any game, losing 6 games and drawing 1. The same case goes for West Ham. Sorry, not West Ham, but Southampton, losing 6 games and drawing one. So the two of them, sorry, the three of there are 4 teams which are yet to get the wins in the league. Ipswich Town, Crystal Palace, Southampton, and Wolves. Yeah. And as for the only thing that differentiates Ipswich Town and the rest is the number of draws. Yeah. So Crystal Palace, Wolves, and Southampton getting the same amount of losses, 6, and drawing the same amount of games, 1. So they have 1 point each, with only Wolves Wolves being on the last spot because of their poor goal difference. Remember, they have conceded a lot of goals. They have a negative 12 goal difference, while Southampton have a negative 11 goal difference. Ramsdale, mambo ikuendei mzuri bana. Eh? You are conceding goals, proper goals. But anyway, sometimes things happen the way they happen. So Crystal Palace are also yet to win a game. Remember, they had a flying second half campaign last season, but this time out they are also teetering. They are teetering in the relegation zone there, with only 3 points, having drawn 3 games and and lost 4. They have a goal difference of -5. So that is how the Premier League table is looking like. And as you can see, by the way, I know it's very early. It's only game week 7, but the earlier the better. If you are able to amass those points from early on, you put yourself in a good position, and it only helps you. It only helps you to be able to get ahead of things. Yeah. So even your table imekaa, as you can see there, Liverpool will be taking on fourth place Chelsea. First place Liverpool itakuwa inacheza na fourth place Chelsea. As let's see if Liverpool can maintain their top of the table status. Wacha tuone how things will be going. Remember, Manchester City watakuwa wanacheza na Wolves. Second spot versus last position. Yeah, that one is a very is a very tough matchup for Wolves. Unajua manze, the way Wolves are conceding, as I've just told you, they've conceded the most goals in the Premier League. They have the worst goal difference, -12, and they've lost the most games, 6 games, only drawing 1. So this one, I mean, I don't need to tell you that it's going to be a proper Manchester City howl. For those of you, Manze, remember Captain Haaland. Captain Haaland is a definite choice. Like, it's a no-brainer. This is Wolves. This is Wolves, Manze. Wako pabaya. So Haaland definitely has to be your captain. Haaland has to be your captain. And you can gamble a little bit on the Manchester City defense because Manchester City usually don't keep clean sheets. So let's see how it all works out. But Haaland for sure. Foden there. Remember, he was able to he has not yet been able to break the duck this season, but Wolves are going to offer a good opportunity for that. And Jeremy Doku is also a good pick. That Wolves defense has been leaking. It has been very leaky. If you have 8 Nuri, I would advise you to not expect any points from him, especially on the clean sheet side of things. Probably, maybe he might have an attacking run because, as I said, Manchester City barely keep clean sheets. So, and he is one of those. He has those attacking runs. He's one of those defenders in the Premier League who has high attacking runs. Yeah, last time out he was able to pull out with a goal and an assist against Brentford, but Brentford is not Manchester City, so it's a 50-50. Because I have him in my draft, I will maintain him, but I'm wary of that goal difference because he might have to ship in a lot of goals. I'm kind of seeing City pulling in with a lot of goals in this match. Yeah, I don't know. It's just me. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm seeing City getting a lot of goals. Yeah. So that is how the Premier League weekend is going to be looking like. Remember, Arsenal, second place, joint second place, are going to be playing in against Bournemouth. Bournemouth, as I just told you, they are also struggling in the league. So let's see how it's going to be. So far, 2 wins and 3 losses. So 13th placed Bournemouth will be hosting second placed, third placed Arsenal. Let's see how it's going to be happening. Yeah. And then Manchester United versus Brentford, another one to look out for. Only 2 points separating the two sides, and the match being played out at Old Trafford is going to definitely offer a good outlook on how things are going to be. As for Tottenham Hotspurs, they're going to be hosting West Ham United. The two London sides, only two difference separating them. Again, another side that is being separated by only 2 points. So let's see how that one is going to work about. Yeah. Anyways, this has been the Fantasy Footy KE. We'll come up later with uh, a full breakdown of game week 8. So up here, game week 8, this one was just basically majorly, we just wanted to focus on the FPL side of things. We just wanted to give you how things are looking like. Then on the next serving of the show, we are going to be giving you our predictions for game week 8, and then we also be giving you our final teams for game week 8. Remember, the deadline for game week 8 is tomorrow 1 o'clock. Kesho saa saba na nusu, because the early kickoff there, Tottenham Hotspurs versus West Ham, 2:30 p.m. So the early kickoff 1:30 p.m. Sorry, the FPL deadline will be at 1:30 p.m. So we are going before the deadline. We are going to give you something to a late addition for your FPL teams, so that you can have something to consider and think about, as well as giving you our match day 8 predictions. Remember, Papa D here. I will be joined in by my fellow co-host GTG for the mini show before the game week 8, to give you our predictions for the whole game, as well as to give you that outlook on the FPL, and to give you the final choices for the captain. But for those of you, the early birds, mnaweza pair Haaland. Haaland is a good option on the captaincy, as well as Saka. Saka last time proved out to be a good option, and also someone like for Cole Palmer, it will be quite difficult. But then again, you can never rule out Palmer. He's been so far very, very good. Remember, he's the player of the month for this season, as well as winning the goal of the month for last season. So Cole Palmer there. He's an off chance. He's an off chance for the captaincy pick this weekend. Yeah. So that is how things are looking out in the FPL side of things. Anyways, this has been the Fantasy Football KE, and kama kawaida, I have been your host, Papa D, Papa Dero, Papa Disaster. Be sure to check out our social media for all the details. Palevo on Twitter will be giving you a little insight of who to captain, who to pick for your teams this coming game week, and as well keeping you up to breast with everything that is happening. Anyways, you guys stay safe. Don't play yourself, manze. Protect your tool, as you know I like to tell you. Don't play yourself, protect your tools. And stay safe, manze. I want to see you in the next one. Let's catch you out in the next one. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of the week and the beginning of the weekend. And let's see you in the next one. Anyways, this is Papa D signing out. And I'm seeing there on the comment section on people are asking why siongelei maneno ya nini, siongelei maneno ya maneno ya international break. Hey, my people bana, tulieni watu bana, tutaongelea international break. Anyways, before I sign out, I want to leave you with a little, a little mix here. I want to give you with a little something. So, Papa D, finally signing out for the weekend. Remember, don't play yourselves, Don't play yourself. Protect your tool, and as usual, adios, muchachos. We will see you in the next one. We are out.